Hey everyone, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, making a video today. Going to add some clips that I edited together of our live pre-market coverage and then some during the day coverage of looking at the volatility sector and how we place those trades today. For current members, it'll be a good way to review, and for non-members, come on in and try our free trial for a week. This is what we do every morning, and we'll start with the pre-market setup. Each morning, I update the whiteboard here and add key tickers that I'm watching. We do the commodities, gold, oil, natural gas, the dollar, and then I point out some bullish plays and some bearish plays. And for this morning, I said potentially overextended VIX, TVIX, UVXY. Names are set for a fourth gap up in a row and a 70% move in 6 days. VVIX is the volatility sector, and the daily RSI is 83 before today. So I'm scouting XIV, the inverse of this sector, for a bounce. The hourly RSI of this is 17. So that is what members were looking at this morning before we went into the open. And now I'm going to cut to a clip that I edited together. It starts at 9 a.m. and then you'll see when the open occurs. And then it plays out as I cut together some clips for about the first half hour of trading. So I appreciate you watching, and here we go. A couple things I want to point out. VVIX is the volatility index. This is what it's done the past 5 days. This is what VIX and TVIX and UVXY trade based off of. So this is an indicator of that entire sector. And what we're seeing is obviously overbought conditions. We're up at 83 RSI on the daily time frame. We've got 5 green days in a row. And we're going to gap up open again today with SPY seeing some weakness here compared to the close yesterday. So I'm going to be scouting for weakness in VVIX, and there's an inverse to play that, and it is XIV. So XIV is on watch this morning. We can see those gap downs, 3 in a row. A fourth one is coming. 24.41 is the 100-day moving average support. And if that were to break, we're looking down at 23.35. But I am anticipating XIV to form a potential bullish reversal candlestick today. So that will be a nice potential trade opportunity. Add this one to your tool belt as a trader. Now that the volatility index is seeing some action, we can play it in both directions. And we'll be looking to see if SPY can turn those moving averages on the 5-minute into support and see a little bit of upside. We will be looking for XIV to see some recovery as well. Out of the gate, LABD, 37.87. So we've got a double top with the high of the day currently. High of yesterday. Keep an eye on that double top. Still plenty of time to break it here first thing, but certainly worth noting. And CMG still certainly weak, hitting new lows, breaking the low of yesterday. And very little support on the weekly chart here for CMG. But XIV, a nice strong start. We'll see if SPY can break the high of pre-market. We're right up at that level. Double top in LABD. That can be a bottom fishing play on LABU. LABU key resistance is 30.26. Need to turn that into support. So cautious of a double top in LABD. SPY bulls attempting some recovery here. Could not break the high of pre-market just yet, 208.18. XIV seeing some nice upside. We're going to be watching this play all day. And we can see XIV on the 5-minute chart has plenty of upside room. The RSI is getting up towards 70, so could look for a potential back test of the 100 period moving average resistance if you're not already in and you don't feel like chasing a bit here. SPY now has a double top with the high of pre-market. Need to see a more convincing break there. So LABD already off $1 from that double top. Very clear resistance. XIV, nice bounce continuing. Nice move on Twitter, back above 15. So the high of yesterday for Twitter will be resistance, up at 15.30. RH is seeing the first green in a while. We're looking for a bullish reversal candlestick today. Lower Bollinger Band on RH is 25.97. If we get a close above 25.97, I will be looking for some short-term upside, bullish reversal in RH. So UVXY losing that 100 period moving average first thing could have been your signal for getting out because the next support is down at 1527. Bears are in control of UVXY. The RSI on the 5-minute is down at 27, so we are approaching some oversold conditions. Short-term time frame. Exponential moving averages driving the price down on UVXY. So LAVU, we saw a little upside first thing. Rejected from the 200 period resistance, so we're in a channel now. 30.26 support, 30.98 resistance. And bulls obviously want to see that 200 period become support. SPY is up at the high of the day, XIV over 25. So a nice early bounce here. That 100 period moving average becoming support right before the bell on SPY was this early indication. Keep in mind we saw a nice early bullish move on SPY yesterday, which obviously was then wiped out by the bears. So SPY is headed up towards that 200 period resistance, 208.60. LABD down at the low of the day. And nice indications first thing by that double top to the penny. Very clear resistance level. XIV now green. Very bullish move right out of the gate. 2% move from the open. And very nice move on XIV. And UVXY, that drop because of the lack of support after that 100 period. Same thing with XIV, the opposite. After we got above the 100 period, little resistance up until 25.92. So the goal for the XIV bulls is a bullish reversal candlestick and a close above the lower Bollinger Band of 25.17 currently. Ideal close is above 25.74, the 200-day moving average resistance. UVXY is approaching that 200 period support, falling through it actually. 15.28. Big time dump, RSI is 16. So at this point, time to start scouting the opposite. You can be looking for a UVXY potential bullish entry with the RSI this oversold. Looking for the bulls to hold 15.28 support. XIV, if you got in this morning, nice job. And looking for potential exit depending on your strategy. The RSI on the 5-minute is 83. If you're looking to swing trade this one, you can hold it and look for a bullish reversal candlestick to form on the daily. But if you're looking to day trade it or perhaps sell and reload cheaper, it is getting overextended to the upside. So key resistance on XIV is 25.90. And UVXY did just lose that 200 period moving average support. We're now back testing it, 15.29. And we are seeing a pretty overdone move on 5-minute time frame for XIV and UVXY. But the bulls are still very strong in SPY, up at the high of the day, testing these key resistances now. So you could be timing UVXY, knowing that UVXY RSI is 14, and knowing that SPY is about to hit 5-minute resistance at 208.60 and hourly resistance at 208.71 as a backup. You can be starting to scout a bottom fishing play on UVXY. And that is due to lining up resistance in SPY and oversold conditions in UVXY. XIV up to 26, certainly a much more bullish than I could have ever hoped for. We're seeing a 4-5% move from the open. But it is high in the first 15 minutes because last week 20 million in the first hour was high. There's that bounce in UVXY coming up to 200 period resistance of 15.30. SPY losing the 200 period moving average support on the 5-minute. So UVXY bullish move above that 200 period now as SPY is seeing some weakness. So a nice switch over to oversold UVXY. No reason to exit at this point if you did buy that dip. SPY support from here is going to be the 8-period exponential moving average of 208.23 or the 100 period down at 207.95. And we're seeing this oil bounce correlate with the market bounce. Same thing as yesterday. So keep that in mind. First 2 hours yesterday, right here, bullish break for oil, and we saw a nice bullish move in the markets, and then obviously they fell apart. First 2 hours, bullish break. Question will be, can oil and the markets hold on to this move, or is this the same repeat as yesterday? But UVXY is holding that 200 period nicely. And we're currently at the high we've seen on this bounce. As SPY is seeing weakness, let's look at this SPY volume. We'll see if we get increasing bearish volume this candlestick. Not looking like that's going to be the case. But UVXY, very nice oversold bounce.